JuneauDouglas Pep Band under the guidance of Mr. John Unsicker. Welcome to JuneauDouglas High School and the greatest high school sporting event in the state of Alaska, the Region 5 Basketball Championship. This is the opening game of the 4A Girls Division. Please welcome the visitors on the scoreboard, the Kayhi Lady Kayhi. Welcome the home team on the scoreboard, the JuneauDouglas Crimson Bears. Let's meet the starting lineups. First for our visitors. For the Kayhi teams, please welcome a sophomore, number 21, Ashley Lafine.
right side. She goes to Georgia Robinson. Robinson back over to Bethesda. Now top of the key. She gives it off to Caitlin Pusic. Or Cassie Pusic. Oh, Caitlin and Cassie. Get those mixed up. And it is Caitlin. And they're going to work it down underneath. And a shot put up and a whistle and a foul. And that'll bring Alexine Bolano to the free throw line. And the first foul of the game goes against number 44, Kyra Welker. Alexine has an opportunity to break the first score, and she does. And it's now a 1-0 ball game. Alexine setting for the sack as she was in second as she was in the act of shooting up, and she makes it a pair, and she goes 2 for 2. And it's now a 2-0 ball game with just less than a half a minute gone. And here comes AJ Dela Cruz across the timeline. Over in the left-hand corner, she'll go to Brittany Slick. Let's see if the Bears are in a zone or man. They're going to be in man-to-man. Out they go now over on the far side as they give it off to Ashley Huffine. Huffine now goes in the corner to Hannah Maxwell. Maxwell drives down baseline, tries to pass it inside, and it was ball's kicked over there, and they're going to say it was kicked by the Kings, or by the Bears, so it'll be the Kings ball in. Or nope, sorry, backwards, other way around. AJ Dela Cruz brings it in, and it is the Kings ball, and she goes to Brittany Slick. Slick over to Huffine, now out top of the key, back to Slick, who comes from left to right, down into the right-hand corner, goes to Huffine, now back out, AJ Dela Cruz, up from three, left side, first three-point attempt, and it's not going to be good, rebound cleared off by Alexine Bolano, who goes all the way down on a half-court pass, and she gives it off to Caitlin Pusic, and Pusic gets two, and it's now a 4-0 ball game. The Bears out in front. Here comes AJ Dela Cruz to give to Brittany Slick. Slick for the Kings on the far side, gives off to Hannah Maxwell. Maxwell drives in the lane, comes back out, goes to Huffine over on the left side. They'll give it off to the little point guard, AJ Dela Cruz. Dela Cruz dribbles a couple times, back over to Maxwell, then around to Huffine, and down in the right-hand corner to Brittany. Brittany brings it back out, almost a bad pass. I think it was partially tipped in there by the Bears, Georgia Robinson. Back out, left side, up from three in the same spot that AJ tried her last one, and Huffine tries it from three, and it won't go. Rebound again, cleared off by Alexine Bolano. Over to Magna Bethesda on the far side. Magna back out, now coming out is going to be Cassie Jinic. Or Pusic, and they lose it away. AJ to Brittany Slick, fast break. Here comes Pusic to break it up, and she's going to get a whistle. Yep, that goes on Caitlin Pusic. So Pusic gets her first foul. Each team has a team foul. Kyra Welker for the Bears. Going to the free throw line for the Kings is going to be Brittany Slick. Slick, right-handed shooter, puts it up and rattles around, then off the board, back trying to go down again the second time, and it just won't drop. Had a bad spin on it. Spun it off to the right side, so she'll set for the second. Morgan Balovich comes in for the Bears. Coming out is, can't see her number, and the shot's up from the free throw line, and that one's good. So Brittany goes 1 for 2, and it's now a 4-1 ball game. Back we go. Alexine Bolano, Georgia Robinson, Balovich down in the left-hand corner. Jinic turnaround jumper from the left side. The ball won't go, but the whistle and a foul, and she'll go to the line. I think Kyra might have got it. Yes, she did. So Kyra Welker gets 2 fouls on her tonight. Last night, Kyra had, I think, 3 in the game. At the line for the Bears is Cassie Jinic. First shot's up, won't go. Sets for her second. It's 4-1, a 3-point lead here by these Crimson Bears in white with maroon numbers. Just a flip-flop for the Kings in maroon and white numbers, and the next one's up and it misses. She goes 0 for 2. Kings get the ball. Peyton Simmons is in now. They're going to go down on the right side. Over to Maxwell. Maxwell to AJ Dela Cruz, who drives all the way down the left side. Gets shut off under near there by Pusic. Back out Brittany Slick. Inside the three-point circle. It's up and good. Brittany now has all 3 points for the Kings, and it's 4-3. They trail by 1. Here comes Alexine Bolano, who gets the inbound pass from Balovich. Down on the right side to Pusic. Puts it up. Nice layup from 12. Caitlin Pusic has 4 of the 6. For the Crimson Bears. Outlet pass very quickly. Dela Cruz down to Slick. Top of the key. Pass over on the right side to Huffine. Huffine in the far corner. Gives it off to Maxwell. Bounce pass inside, intended for Peyton Simmons. Lost away. Peyton couldn't handle it. Turnover by the Kings. It'll be the Bears' ball in backcourt. That'll be Morgan Balovich to bring it into Alexine Bolano as 3 minutes are gone here in the first period. It's a 6-3 three-point lead by the Crimson Bears under the coaching of Leslie Smith. Over on the left side, they're going to go to Georgia Robinson. Puts it up from the left side from 12. Won't go. Do we have a jump ball? I think they called over there. And they're going to say it'll be the Kings ball in backcourt. So the Bears all drop down on the Kings basket in defense, except for Balovich and Pusic, who are out near the top of the key. A.J. Delacruz gets the inbound pass. Now she goes back over to Maxwell. Hannah Maxwell on the right-hand dribble brings it across the timeline as Delacruz goes down to the right side baseline. Maxwell comes over to Huffine, midcourt, all the way out to the center line. Alexine Bolano on her to defend. Peyton Simmons gets the bounce pass inside, takes it in, lays it up, rolls around the rim, won't go. Comes off to the left side, rebound cleared off by Pusic, who brings it down and goes to Alexine Bolano. And she gets 2 on the left side. She's got 4, as does Caitlin Pusic, and it's an 8-3 5-point lead. Here comes A.J. Delacruz, the point guard, to set it up for the Kings. Comes to the top of the key, gives off to Huffine. Huffine defended on the right side by Bolano. Gets a pass away. Then they come around the left side. Back out slick from A.J. from 3. She's a left-handed shooter. Shoots it from the left side. Up, looked good, but rimmed around, won't go. Robinson gets the rebound for the Bears. I think she had control, and her feet went out of bounds as she was horizontal on the floor. They're going to say it belongs to the Kings. It'll be A.J. Delacruz to bring it in underneath her own bucket. Looking for somebody open. Slicks over on the right side. She flips it. Oh, way out deep to Peyton Simmons. Almost couldn't handle it. Now it's stolen by Alexine Bolano, who loses it away, and I think that Peyton's going to get a whistle and a foul. Trying to get after the ball after after Alexine took it. Yep, it is going to be against Peyton. So Peyton has the 3rd foul. Kyra Welker has 2 for the Kings, and it'll be inbounds pass from Morgan Balovich to Alexine Bolano, and here come the Lady Kings on the right side as she goes over to Pusic across the timeline. To Balovich, drives the right side all the way down to the baseline, up, in, and good. Morgan Balovich gets 2 now. We got 3 gals in the scoring column. Bolano, Pusic, and Balovich for the Kings, and it's a for the Bears, and it's a 10-3 7-point lead. And we got a palming the ball called by Dennis Philandry, one of the officials out here tonight for this 3rd game of the day. Actually, I think it's the 5th game. There was 2 2A boys maybe, and so now we go back to inbounds pass. It'll be the Bears ball in at the 3:26 mark of the first quarter. Balovich to Alexine Bolano over in the left corner. They go to Pusic. She gets it stolen away by Maxwell. Here come the Kings. Maxwell driving all the way down now will hold it up. Right side of the lane and tips it away as it was intended for Brittany Slick. Stolen, Alexine Bolano. Fast break pass. Lays it up right side. Caitlin Pusic. She's going to be fouled by Maxwell. Yep, it was against Maxwell. Hannah gets her first, and that's the 4th team foul for the Kings. And going to the line will be Caitlin Pusic. She's got 2 twos here in the first period, and now she's 1 for 1 at the line to make 5 points for her. She'll set for her second as the Kings switch positions alongside either side of the lane. It's an 11-3 8-point lead by the Bears over the Kings. Next one's up, and it's in and good, and she gets 2 for 2. Caitlin has 6 points, and it's 12-3, a 9-point lead. Kelly Smith giving some signals off to his girls as they inbound it in backcourt. It'll be Peyton Simmons to bring it into A.J. Delacruz. Point guard on the right-hand dribble across the timeline, switches to left side dribble and moves over to the left side. Now back out to Huffine. Down in the right corner, Slick drives the baseline. She gets shot off underneath there. Bolano's there along with Skylar Hickok's in now. And that... Okay, and Hickok gets a whistle in the foul. Sorry, that's Shaylin Caesar. Shaylin Caesar in. She got the foul. Inbounds pass. Right-hand corner. A.J. Delacruz puts it up from 3. Won't go. Getting the rebound on the conversion. Brittany Slick. She's now got 5 as that one's good, and it's 12-5. They're back within 7. Now the Kings are putting on a half-court press, and Alexine Bolano breaks it. Gets down underneath. puts it up, and that is Skylar Hickok wearing number 30 in there. So she was in along with Caesar. And Skylar puts it up twice, gets her own conversion, and then captures the second rebound, but she's down on the floor, and then she gets tied up by one of the Kings, and we have a jump ball. This should give it over to the Bears. I believe the last one did go to the Kings. Alternate possession with 2:21. Second jump ball of the first quarter. And it will be an inbounds pass by the Kings. Goes into Cassie Genich. Back up top of the key. Magda Bethesda puts it up from 3. Right top of the key. Won't go. Whips around. And Peyton Simmons gets the rebound for Kayhi. Peyton moves, brings it down. They go in the right-hand corner. A three-pointer put up from Brittany Slick in the right-hand corner, and that one won't go. And another jump ball, as tying it up is going to be Morgan Balovich, I think, in there. And it could have been Shaylin Caesar. There were several gals around. One of the Kings tied them up. So now it'll be the Bears ball in backcourt. 2 minutes left on the first quarter clock. It's a 12-5. Lady Bears lead as the inbounds pass goes into Alexine Buolano. Brittany Slick is all over her. And Brittany gets the call right smack in front of Coach Kelly Smith, and he looks over and goes, "What, are you serious?" So Brittany comes up with her first foul. That's actually 16 fouls now for the Kings, and number 2 on Brittany. So it'll be Morgan Balovich to inbound it for the Lady Bears. Balovich goes straight away into to Cassie Genich. Out to Alexine Buolano. Over the left side to Pusic. Pusic underneath to Balovich. Reverse layup by Morgan, won't go. There to get the rebound, put it up is Genich, and then Genich gets fouled. So fairly tight. That's going to go, I think he said number 15. So that is going to go against Maddie Rose is in now in the game for the Kings. Didn't see her come in. At the line, Cassie Genich, she misses this one. She's 0 for 3 now. See if she can make her next one. Right-hand shooter. Dribbles away, puts it up. That one's in, and she finally nails one, so she's 1 for 4. And it's a 13-5 8-point lead, and we have a timeout called by Kelly Smith on the Kings bench. A 30-second break with 1:44 to go. It's 13-5. Bears are up over the Kings, back in a half a minute. So after a quick timeout, we have an inbounds pass in backcourt by the Kings. It'll be thrown in by Huffine, goes into Brittany Slick. Slick brings it down. AJ Dela Cruz on the, oh no, she's at the top of the key. Up from 3 and nails it, nothing but net by AJ, and she gets in the scorebook for the first quarter. And it's now 13-8. Kings back within 5 of the Bears, who go over on the left side to Georgia Robinson. Robinson back to Balovich, who's going to drive the lane, and then on a nice pass, feeds it underneath to Cassie Genich. Genich gets fouled. Just was at the line. This foul is going to go against the Kings, and that'll be number 2 against Maddie Rose. Genich has been there. This is her 3rd trip. She's 1 for 4. She's going to shoot 2. This one's up, and it's good, so she's now 2 for 5. Sets for her second as she gets the ball back from the official under the bucket. And this one will miss, so she's 2 for 6. It's 14-8. Bears have the lead. The Kings have the ball. AJ Dela Cruz travels with it as he tried to pass it off to Huffine. She kind of shakes her head. Looks over at Coach Kelly Smith. So that turns it over to the Bears with 1:09. They'll bring it in front of their own bucket. It'll be Magna Bethesda to inbound it. Looking for Alexine Buolano. Alexine Good dribble. She gets around Huffine, then goes over on the left side to Pusic. Pusic on the far side to Georgia Robinson. Back out to Boalano with 54 seconds left. She's being defended by, that's Huffine on her. All the way over on the left side. Bounce pass in. Cassie Jeanich. Nice move as she fakes left, fakes right, turns around left and puts it up. Shot misses. And it looks like a foul's going to go against the Bears, and it'll be Magna Bethesda. She picks up her first foul, and that is now 3 team fouls for the Bears. 43 seconds. The Kings will bring it in backcourt. Outlet pass in by Maddie Rose to A.J. Dela Cruz. Dela Cruz comes over, tries to pass it to Slick. Gets knocked away by Georgia Robinson for the Bears. Out of bounds. It'll be the Kings ball in right in front of the Bears bench. 37 seconds left on the first quarter clock. 14-8. Bears with a 6-point lead. Bounce pass into A.J. Dela Cruz for the Kings. Moving right to left here at JuneauDouglas High School gym. Second ladies game in 4A competition in this Region 5 tournament as the shot's put up left side by the Kings. Shot is way off. Foul's going to go against the Bears. Going to the line will be Huffine. Whistle and a foul goes against Alexine Boalano. She gets her first. That's 14 fouls for the Bears. The Kings have 8. Shot up from the free throw line by the Kings. That one's up and good as Ashley Huffine goes 1 for 1. Sets for her second. It's 14-9 now. They're back within 5. She can make it a 4-point game here. That was her first point of the quarter. Shots up and off the back of the rim. She goes 1 for 2, and the rebound's picked off by Magna Bethesda. Gives off for the Bears to Pusic, who comes over to Alexine Boalano. She's going to drive all the way down in the lane, up and in amongst 3 defenders. Whistle and a foul. Going to go against Huffine. Ashley Huffine gets her first foul. And Alexine will go to the line for her second trip. She was 2 for 2 last trip there. Be shooting 2 again. First one's up, it's in, and it's good. And she's 3 for 4. And 3 for 3, and now 4 for 4. She made both of them. So 2 trips there, she made them both. 16-9, 7-point lead. Alexine comes out. Let's see who comes in. Sadie Tuckwood, a little freshman in for the Bears. With 21 seconds left, the Kings will bring it in backcourt. It'll be Huffine to go into A.J. Dela Cruz. Dela Cruz on the left-hand dribble across the timeline. Down to Huffine, left-hand baseline. Tries to shoot it up and gets it blocked and stolen by Georgia Robinson. Stolen right back by Maxwell, and Hannah Maxwell gets 2. And that's her first 2, and it's 16-11. We come back the other way, and Huffine steals the ball for the Kings. And there's the buzzer as she gets to midcourt on the dribble. So that's going to end our first period. And it's going to be 16 for the Lady Bears, leading the Lady Kings by 5. They have 11, and that's going to be it for the first quarter. We'll take a 1-minute timeout and come back with quarter number 2. All right, we're glad you came by on KINY to listen to Region 5 basketball. Obviously, you weren't able to make it to the game, so we hope you enjoy the play-by-play. I'm Mike Clasby on behalf of all our sponsors and our staff at KINY and the JuneauDouglas Crimson Bears hosting the tournament here in the capital city. And here comes the ball into Ashley Huffine. She's going to start off the second quarter with a 2-point layup from the right side. And at 16-13, they're back within 3. Magna Bethesda with the ball for the Bears on the right side as they come down very quickly. Now they're going to pass it inside, and it's stolen away by Maxwell. Turnover by the Bears. The Kings trail by 3. Maxwell's going to bring it down across the timeline back to A.J. Dela Cruz. A.J. can be deadly from the 3-point line. She pulls one off and nails it. Will be tied up. 16-13, the Kings trail. Back out to Huffine. Gets around to the right side. Goes to Maxwell in the corner. Thought about 3, then steps in. Now passes in the paint. Goes into A.J. Dela Cruz. Jump up in the lane. Won't go. And picking it up is Sarah McLennan in. And Sarah gets 2 as she come in to substitute. So now it's a 16-15 1-point game. Bethesda down in the right corner as the Bears don't waste any time. Back out to Pusic from the right side inside the 3-point circle. Puts it up, no good. Junic going after the rebound. I think she's going to get the foul. Yep, Cassie Junic gets a whistle and the foul. That's her first for the Bears. They've got 5 now in the half, and we got a timeout on the floor, and it's going to be a 60. We'll take a 1-minute break with 6:52 left to go in the first half. It's the hometown Crimson Bears here in their own gym in Region 5, leading 16-15 over the Kayhi Kings. Oh, if you got room, you can put them in again at the end. I got a couple live ones to do. Back in action, it'll be the Kings to bring the ball in. They go to Maxwell. She gets tied up by Morgan Balovich, but finally gets it away to A.J. Dela Cruz. Over to Slick in the left-hand corner. Long pass over in the right-hand corner. Up from inside the 3-point line by Maxwell. Shot short. Rebound cleared off. Alexine Boolano has it. Here come the Lady Bears. Almost loses it away as Maxwell got a hand on it. Knocked it back behind Alexine. She recovered nicely. Comes over across the timeline. Goes to Pusic right side. Pusic now over to Balovich. Balovich defended by Huffine. Drive down the lane. Huffine follows her and then steals it right away. At a turnover by the Bears and then a whistle and a foul that's going to go against Morgan Balovich. That ever so frequent reaction foul. When you lose it, you go after it and a whistle. So Balovich gets her first. 16 fouls now for the Bears. 9 for the Kings. Outlet pass in backcourt to A.J. Dela Cruz. Thrown in by Maxwell. A.J. across the timeline on the right-hand dribble. Goes down the right side. Bounce pass to Slick. It might have been touched by Georgia Robinson. Knocked away out of bounds. Nope, she didn't get a hand on it, so it is a turnover by the Lady Kings. It'll be the Bears in backcourt. Balovich waiting to get the ball from Kurt Burchell from Petersburg, one of your 3 officials in this ladies game. Inbound pass goes to Boolano, who brings it across the center stripe on the right side. Right-hand dribble, goes all the way around, gets around Maxwell, then mishandles it, and then recovers her own little turnover underneath the bucket. Comes from behind, over the head layup from left to right, and it won't go. Cleared off on the far side, Balovich. Bounce pass inside, and that's going to be intended for Junic, and a whistle and a foul. That's going to go against the Kings, I think. Yes, it is. 4-0, and that is going to be Sarah McLennan. McLennan gets her first. That's 10 team fouls, and going to the line in the 1-and-1 will be Cassie Junic. Junic was 2 for 6 for the Bears. In the first period, they've been held scoreless here in the second. Now she changes that. As she's up, it's in and good, and she's 3 for 7. Peyton Simmons coming in for the Lady Kings. And now coming off of the Crimson Bear bench is going to be Shaylin Caesar back in, the 5'6" sophomore. Going out to sit down will be Georgia Robinson. Back to the line with Junic. She's good for 1 in the 1-and-1, and she's good for 2 in the 1-and-1. Now she's 4 for 8. 18-5, a 3-point lead by the Crimson Bears. Here comes A.J. Dela Cruz and almost throws it away on the left side to Slick. Nice recovery by Brittany. Then she throws it away underneath, intended for Dela Cruz. Dela Cruz almost saved it, but had her foot on the out-of-bounds line. Turns it over, and it'll be an inbounds pass from Morgan Balovich into Alexine Boilano, and here come the Lady Kings. I'm sorry, the Lady Bears. They've defeated the Kings already 3 times this season. Balovich on the left side, drives the lane, gets right around Maxwell, and Morgan gets 2. And that is 4 for her, 2 in each quarter. It's 20-5, a 5-point lead. Maxwell, left side, goes under to Huffine, who drives all the way down the baseline, puts it up, shot misses, ball's tipped away. Picking it up is going to be Pusic. Pusic to Balovich. Here come the Bears as they give it off to Alexine Boilano, defended by Maxwell. Over on the right side, 10 feet out from the 3-point circle. Now on the near side to Pusic. Pusic on the right-hand dribble. A.J. Dela Cruz is there. Now back to, gives it off to Shaylin Caesar, and Caesar loses it away. And then a whistle and a foul against the Kings. That's going to go on Ashley Huffine, who gets foul number 2. And going to the line will be Shaylin Caesar. Caesar, a 5'6" sophomore, has not scored yet. She'll be shooting her first in a 1-and-1. Pushes off, and it's up, and it's short. They're going to let her shoot another. I did not think she was in the act of shooting, but apparently she was. And she makes 1 out of 2 and makes it a 21-15 6-point lead for the Crimson Bears. Here comes the Kings on the right side. It'll be Maxwell. Balovich right over her. Now she passes over on the right side to Huffine. Huffine on the give and go down the right side to Slick. Can't shoot it back out top of the key to Maxwell. Left side, Dela Cruz. Thinks about 3. Drives in the lane. Bounce pass. Nice move underneath as she goes to Peyton Simmons. Peyton had a fairly easy shot from the left side, but it rolls across and tips off the outside edge of the rim, and it's cleared off by the Bears. It'll be Boilano to bring it down. We're near the 4-minute mark of period number 2. We're 3/4 of the way through the half. Boilano on the right side. Holds it up. Now goes to Pusic. Pusic shut off by A.J. Dela Cruz and by Maxwell. Back over to Caesar. Back out to Pusic. She goes around to the left. A.J. Dela Cruz stays right with her. All over her. Now she gives it off to Caesar. Comes in for the outlet. And then she tries to bounce pass into Cassie Janic. Janic has it almost taken away. Then she tips it up, and Pusic recovers it. Shoots it up from 3 on the left side. Won't go. Gets a rebound sent back out to her. Then she comes over to Boilano up off the rim on the left side of the 3-point center line. And it is just going to skip away, and it'll be taken down by the Bears. 3:18 to go as they come down. By the Kings, I'm sorry. Kings trail by 6, 21-15. Over to Maxwell. Drives the baseline. Left-hand shot from 8. Won't go. Rebound cleared off by Alexine Boilano. And she's going to be tied up by Hannah Maxwell in the middle of the court. They both hit the ground. Maxwell's going to get the foul. That's Hannah's second. Alexine will go to the free throw line. She is 4 for 4. All of those in the first quarter. She has 6 points in the ball game so far. That's that 6-point lead. You can attribute all to her. This one's up. It's in and good, and she's now 5 for 5. Now we have substitutions. Mega Bethesda coming in. Who's coming out? Caesar, Pusic, Balovich. I'll pick up who came in for the Bears. Next one up by Alexine misses. Rebound cleared off by Maddie Rose. They feed it back underneath to Huffine. Huffine puts it up. Whistle and a foul as they go after the deal, and Huffine's actually going to get the whistle and the foul. She's got 3 now. And going to the line is going to be Skylar Hickok. That one's up and misses, so Skylar's 0 for 1. And now Morgan Balovich is coming in. Coming out is going to be Alexine Bolano as the Bears substitute. I think their whole four. Megan Bethesia's back in. Pusic is in. At the line is Skylar Hickok. Out at midcourt, Georgia Robinson. There's the next one up by Hickok, and that one's good, so she's 1 for 2. And it's 23-15, an 8-point lead as A.J. Dela Cruz brings it across the timeline at the 2:43 mark of the half. Goes straight away down in the right-hand corner to Brittany Slick. Puts it up from 10, won't go. Rebound cleared off on the left side. In there now for the Kings is Chanel Brown. Or, sorry, that's Maddie Rose. I didn't see the one. It was covered by her ponytail. Back into A.J. in the lane, and A.J. shoots up a nice little left-handed jump shot. She's good for 5 points now. She had 14 last night. 23-17. Back within 6. Magna Bethisia. Out midcourt to Morgan Balovich. Balovich setting up the play as Alexine Bolano is on the bench for a moment. Over to Magna Bethisia, into Balovich. Balovich is going to be fouled from behind. And I think that's going to go against Maddie Rose. Yes, it is. So Maddie gets her 3rd foul. And going to the line will be Balovich. Morgan has 2 twos for 4 points. This is her first trip to the line. Up, it's in, and it is good. Gives her a total of 5 and makes it a 24-17 7-point lead. Now coming back in is Jeanich. Going to sit down is Skylar Hickok. Back to the line with Morgan Balovich for the Bears. 2 minutes and 3 on the half. Bears with the lead. Next one's up, and that one will miss. It goes off to the left. So Balovich goes 1 for 2. And rebounds cleared off on the far side by Pusic. Back over to Bethisia. She tries to bounce pass into the inside, and it's picked off by Sarah McLennan, and a whistle and a foul. And that's going to go against the Crimson Bears. And that'll be foul number 2 on Cassie Jeanich. And going to the line will be Brittany Slick. No, it's not Brittany. It's, sorry, that is Sarah McLennan. McLennan shots up and misses. 24-17, and the 7-point lead belongs to the Bears. They hang on to it, and then they have the ball stolen. It's Brittany Slick on the far side. She'll go up at Dela Cruz. Minute and 43 to go in the half. Dela Cruz top of the key, defended by Pusic. Back over on the right side to Maddie Rose. Maddie Rose to the right-hand high post. Now holds it up over right across the top of the key to A.J. Dela Cruz. She gets a screen. Then she gets double-teamed. Pusic there along with Georgia Robinson. Then the outlet goes back over to Pusic. To Brittany Slick over on the right side to Peyton Simmons. Back in for the Kings. Back over to A.J. She's going to drive the paint, and she's got 3 defenders around. Then she just holds it up for a minute. Looks like she's going to pass it. Turns around. Those 3 defenders go away, and A.J. Dela Cruz just turns around and nails a nice one, and she gets her 4th point of the second period. It's 24-19. They're back within 5 as Pusic comes down right-hand baseline, shoots it up over the top of A.J., and I think A.J.'s going to draw a whistle and a foul. Yep, she does. So A.J. Dela Cruz gets her first foul. And going to the line will be Caitlin Pusic. Pusic was 2 for 2 in the first period, and she made 2 twos, so she has a total of 6. This is the opportunity for her first point of the second period, and she makes it. So she's now 3 for 3. And sets for her next as it's a 25-19, back with that 6-point lead with 55 seconds left to go in the half. Pusic pushes off, and that's good as she gets a pair on this trip. And she is 4 for 4. And it's 26-19, a 7-point lead. Back we go the other way. Simmons, top of the key for the Kings. Over to Dela Cruz, left right-hand corner, puts it up from 3, no good. Robinson gets the rebound. 39 seconds as the Bears get it. She'll go to Bethisia. Bethisia over to Balovich. Balovich looks at the clock. It's 33 seconds as she brings it down to the right-hand high post. Now she holds it up, back out to Georgia Robinson on the near side. Across the way to Bethisia. Up from 3, off the back of the rim. Cleared off originally by the Bears. Oh, and they tip it away to Pusic. She's going to come over right side and put it up from 14. Won't go, gets her own rebound on the baseline. That one's up, it won't go. They tip it back and almost into her hands, knocked away out of bounds. And a timeout called by Leslie Knight. So the Bears, or do we have a foul? Oh, it's going to be a foul against the Bears. I thought he signaled timeout. So that's going to go against Skylar Hickok back in, and that'll be her first. And that'll bring the Kings to the free throw line. It'll be Peyton Simmons. Simmons has not scored yet, and also this is her first trip. First trip to the charity stripe. Certainly not to this gym. 26-19, the Kings trail. Need every bucket they can get before we go into halftime. And Peyton bounced that thing almost everywhere on that rim as it went around, and I'll be darned if it doesn't drop in, and she does get 1 for 1 here. Now she'll set for her second. And it's 26-20. And the next one won't go in. It's tipped away out of bounds. I think it came off of Balovich. Nope, they're going to say it came off of, that would be Sarah McLennan, who was reaching in there, and she tipped it last. So the outlet pass goes into Alexine. 8 seconds as she gets to midcourt, loses the dribble, holds it up, top of the key, down in the paint, over, and she's going to palm the ball. And that's going to stop the clock with 2.7 seconds. She'll turn it over to the Kings. Now, let's see. We got substitutions going on here. Shaylin Caesar coming back in for the Bears. Going to sit down is going to be Pusic. Brittany Slick will inbound it for the Kings. Long pass right behind the Bears. They get it. Long pass over to Bolano at midcourt. In the air. Misses the backboard. Misses everything. There's the buzzer. And it is 26-20. The Lady Bears over the Kayhi Kings at halftime here in this 4A girls competition. The loser of this one goes against the Thunder Mountain Falcons at 11:30 on Thursday. We'll take a 2-minute timeout and come back with a quick halftime recap. You're listening to high school basketball live from the JuneauDouglas High School Gym in the capital city. It is 7:30 Alaska time as you listen over 800 on the AM dial, KINY, and 103.5 on the FM. Back in 2 minutes, folks.
enjoy a few minutes of pep and energy.
The hometown Crimson Bears leading by 6 over the Kayhi Kings. We switch directions. Bears now going right to left. Kayhi going left to right. Bears turn it over. Kings pass it down to Brittany Slick. They turn it right back. So back-to-back turnovers as Magna Bathesia comes up with it at midcourt. Gives off to Alexine Boolano. Boolano goes down to the left-hand high post. Now backs up towards midcourt. Holds it up. Passes on the left side to Robinson. Robinson comes down. 14 feet out, shoots over the top of A.J. Delacruz. Shot misses. A.J. gets the rebound. She's going to pass it down to Slick. Slick couldn't quite handle the long pass. Oh, and she gives it back out to A.J. Delacruz. I said that earlier. She can be deadly from 3. She nails another one, and it's 26-23 as she comes up from three-point land, and the Kings steal it. Maxwell puts it up right side from 12. Won't go. Magna Bathesia knocks it away out of bounds. It's going to be Kings ball in under their own bucket. It'll be A.J. Delacruz to bring it in. So with less than a minute to go, A.J. comes down. There's back-to-back turnovers. Then they get it right back, pop it outside to her on the left side. She nails a three-pointer, her second three-pointer of the game. Outlet pass from A.J. into Brittany Slick. The Kings are back on the attack. Slick's in the drive in the paint. It's up and good. 5 points just like that by Brittany Slick and A.J. Delacruz, and it's 26-25. And a whistle and a foul. And Slick will go to the free throw line. The first foul of the second half goes against number 22, Georgia Robinson. She gets her first foul of the game, and it's a one-point game. We could be tied up here at 6:55, and we are. It's in and good by Brittany Slick, who makes it a three-point opportunity for herself. And now she is 2 for 3 at the free throw line, and we're all tied at 26. Back we go the other way. It'll be Alexine Boolano on the right side. Over to Morgan Balovich in for the Bears. Back to Boolano, left hand high post to right hand. Drives the lane, passes it underneath. It's up and it's good. Nice shot by number 21, Cassie Jeanich, who gets her 6th point of the game, and it's 28-26. Bears up by 2. Delacruz down inside the paint of the circle. Back out, right side, Maxwell. Maxwell defended by Balovich. Gets in now, gives over on the left side. It's up, and that one was put up by Kyra Welker. Welker was scoreless in the first half. Misses this one. Rebounds cleared off by Balovich. She gives it over to Boalano. Here come the Bears. Over on the left side, they'll go to Pusic. Pusic dribbles around Slick in the paint. Oh, and then it's slapped away. Loses it out of bounds. Nice block. It'll be the Bears' ball in underneath their own bucket. It'll be Boalano to inbound it. 2 minutes gone in the third period. A 2-point game, and it's stolen away by the Kings. They have their third turnover of the second half in the first 2 minutes. And it'll be Huffine to dribble all the way down. Maxwell on the left side. Goes to Huffine. Huffine down to the baseline. Gets shut off by Boalano. Back out to Maxwell. Over to near side to AJ. AJ to Maxwell. Top of the key, Slick. Back underneath. Maxwell gets open. Turn around. Jump shot up, and Morgan Balovich is going to get the foul. Maxwell went right, then back left, and Morgan got going the wrong direction. And Morgan has her second foul. And we've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take a break in the action. It's a 30-second timeout with 5:43 to go in the third period. 26-28, the Kings trail by 2. Back now we go, and we'll have the Lady Kings at the free throw line in the person of Hannah Maxwell. Maxwell, left-hand shooter, puts it up, and it's in, and we got a 1-point ball game, and Maxwell is 1 for 1 from the stripe for herself. So it's her second. Pushes off, and it's off the back of the rim, and it misses, so she's 1 for 2. Rebounds picked over here by the Kings. And they step out of bounds right in front of their own bench. It'll be Morgan Balovich to bring it in for the Lady Bears. Goes into Alexine Boalano. 2.5 minutes gone in the second period. Boalano goes right side to Pusic. Runs into Welker, then turns right around and puts it in. A nice move by Boalano, and almost a whistle maybe by Kyra Welker, but they didn't call it, and Boalano now has 9 points, and it's 30-27. They're up by 3. AJ Dela Cruz goes to Huffine, drives all the way around. Nice circle from the left to right. Shoots it up, and we're going to have a timeout on the floor. No, we're going to have a foul. That is going to go, that's going to be foul number 3 against Kyra Welker. So Balovich will bring it in backcourt for the Bears. She's going to go into Boalano. Welker comes out now. We'll pick up who went back in. Peyton Simmons is in for the Kings. Across the timeline, pass goes on the left side to Robinson, puts it up from 12, won't go. Pusic on the right side, shoots it up on the conversion attempt. Whistle and a foul, that'll go against Brittany Slick. Slick will come up with her third. 2 team fouls each here in the second half of play. Dennis Delandry, the official, comes over to the bench to let the officials know as we go back to the free throw line, and it will be Caitlin Pusic there. Caitlin is 4 for 4 in the first half from the line. Now she's 5 for 5. Deadly tonight from the stripe. She's got a total of 9 points. 31-27, a 4-point lead by the Bears. Caitlin looking to make it a 6-point lead, and she does. It's 32-27, sorry, 5-point lead. And she's now 6 for 6. And we're under 5 minutes to go as AJ Dela Cruz throws it away on the far side, tries to bounce pass it over to Brittany Slick. Slick can't get a handle on it, and it'll be Morgan Balovich to bring it in for the Bears as she'll come into Alexine Boalano. Kings drop back in defense. They're playing a man-to-man. Alexine brings it across the timeline, passes quickly on the left side to Georgia Robinson. On the right-hand dribble once, back all the way across the top of the key to Pusic. Pusic gets in between 2 defenders and puts it up and in. She has a knack for pulling that one off. She does a little fake. Not a head fake, but just like she's going to pass it, and lays it up from about 14 out. And a whistle and a timeout as the Kings brought it in backcourt. Leslie Knight wants to talk to her team, and we're going to take a 60-second break with 4:35 to go. It's 34-27. The Bears hang on to the lead. Back in 1 minute. A.J. Dela Cruz takes the inbound pass, gives over to Hannah Maxwell. Here come the Kings. She bounce passes down the right side of the lane, tended for Huffine. Huffine can't handle it, and it's out of bounds and turns it over to the Crimson Bears. They'll bring it in backcourt. The Kings are going to put on a three-man press. They've got Slick out there and Maxwell and A.J. Dela Cruz at midcourt as the inbounds pass goes into Pusic, and that press puts the pressure on. They turn it away. And it goes over to Hannah Maxwell. She's going to drive the left side, a whistle and a foul, and it looks like Alexine Bolano will come up with that one. And that will be foul number 2 against Alexine. Going to the line will be the Kings. They trail 34-27 with 4:14 to go in the third period. Winner of this one gets a day off, goes to the championship. And at the line, number 22, Little Miss Hannah Maxwell puts in another one, and she's 2 for 3 at the free throw line. Next one's up, and it just won't go. Hung on the rim and wouldn't drop. She's 2 for 4. Ball's knocked out of bounds. They're going to say it came off of the Kings, and it'll be the Bears ball in backcourt. They lead 34-28, up by 6. We were tied at 26. We went into halftime, 26-20. The Kings came back with 6 unanswered points. Then the Bears took the lead back again, so we've had a 12-point swing. It'll be Bolano right side. Gets around Maxwell, now decides not to, comes back out to midcourt. Robinson there to try and set a screen as Alexine will come all the way around, gets around the Kings on the left side, puts it up and in as she shoots right over the top of Huffine. So 2 more points go to Alexine Bolano, who now has 11. It's 36-28. Biggest spread of the game, 8 points. Left side, Maxwell for the Kings. Drives in the lane. She's going to shoot right over the top of Cassie Janich, gets it up and in and good. And Hannah Maxwell has her 6th point, 36-30. We go the other way, and Alexine Bolano is going to drive all the way down and lays it up right side and misses the shot. Rebound goes away to the Kings. They almost lose it at midcourt. A nice save by Brittany Slick on the far side. Then she gives it back out of Maxwell, top of the key, who tries to pass it all the way down in the left-hand corner. In to get a handle on it is Georgia Robinson, knocks it away, breaks up the pass, but it'll still be the Kings' ball. It'll be Brittany Slick to bring it in on the far side with 3:13 to go in the third period. A 36-30 ball game. The Crimson Bears over the Kings, who have the ball. It'll be Maxwell on the left side, comes out to A.J., sets a screen. A.J. shoots her 4th attempt from three-point land. She's made 2 of them. This one misses. And we've got a timeout on the floor, folks. We'll take a break in the action with 3:02 to go. Timeout is called by the Kings. It's 36-30. They trail by 6. We'll be back in a half a minute. Back with a quick timeout as we'll have the Kings bringing it in under their own bucket. It'll be A.J. Dela Cruz to inbound it for Kayhi. Winner of this one gets a day of rest. Loser plays tomorrow. Into Kyra Welker, back in the game with 3 fouls. She goes out to Brittany Slick. Brittany Slick, mid-court, moves from left to right. Now back to A.J. Dela Cruz. As Slick comes over to the right, Dela Cruz holds up top of the key. Now passes over on the near side. Slick takes a pass, then goes to A.J. down in the right-hand corner. Shoots it up from 3, rimmed around, was almost there. Wouldn't go. Morgan Malovich clears off the rebound. She'll come all the way down the left side. Gets around Hannah Maxwell. Back out top of the key, Pusic. She puts one up from 3. Straight away. Won't go. Magna Bethesda over there, along with Cassie Janich to try and get the rebound. It came off of Magna, and it'll be King's ball in backcourt. It'll be Hannah Maxwell to bring it in backcourt with 2:28 to go in the third period. The Kings still trail by 6. Back into pass into A.J. Dela Cruz. Drives down, goes right in between all the defenders, puts it up, a block by Pusic, and I believe Cassie's going to get the foul. Yep, it is Cassie. So that is her third. No, that's her second according to the board. So I'll take that off. I must have added an extra one earlier. We're going to the line with A.J. Dela Cruz, left-hand shooter, puts it up, rims around, won't go. That's A.J.'s first shot from the free throw line, as she is 0 for 1. Now substitutions coming out is going to be Caesar, who I didn't see come in earlier. Coming back in is Georgia Robinson. Now Alexine Bolano comes back in as she got a breather, and coming out is going to be Pusic. Magna Bethesda and Balovich on the left side of the lane. On the right side, Georgia Robinson and Cassie Janich. Out at midcourt is Alexine Bolano as A.J. Dela Cruz is at the line, puts it up. She's 1 for 2. And it's a 36-31 5-point game. 2-man press as the Kings put a little pressure on the Bears, and they cause it almost a turnover again. A.J. got hand on it last, but it went out of bounds. So they've only pressed 2 or 3 times, and almost every time they've interrupted an intended pass or a dribble. And it'll be Balovich to bring it in near side midcourt. Right in front of the score bench, goes into Magna Bethesda. She gives off to Alexine Bolano. Kings drop back underneath. They're in a man-to-man defense. Alexine coming over, passes on the left side to Georgia Robinson. Back out midcourt to Magna Bethesda. Back to Balovich, who comes out. Georgia sets a screen. Balovich can't use it. Passes out midcourt to Bolano, who goes over to the right to Bethesda. Back inside Balovich, right side of the lane. Steps in, puts up a left-hander. Won't go. Rebound nicely cleared off by Cassie Janich. Turnaround fadeaway jumper from the right side from 10. Won't go. Brittany Slick clears the boards. Here come the Kings. Passes back out. And in for the Kings is going to be getting the pass on coming across from the left-hand high post down to the right side is going to be, Huffine. Lost her name there for a minute, and we got a whistle and a foul. It's going to go against the Kings as Pusic comes in. Going out is Bethesda. The foul goes against Hannah Maxwell, who gets her second. Oh, now they're going to give it. No, it's against the Bears, and the Kings bringing in under their own bucket a charging foul by the Kings by Kyra Welker, and if that is true, and it is, it's her fourth. Let's see, what did Kyra have last night in the foul department? If I can find that very quickly, I'll have to get it for you in a minute. We go back as the inbound pass goes into Morgan Malovich. Back on the right side to Alexine Bolano. Loses the handle on it. It's going to be picked up by Peyton Simmons. Simmons comes all the way down the right side. She's going to, and then she loses the handle on it. Dribbles it too hard, trying to catch it and lay it up right side. And so we got back-to-back turnovers. A minute 16 to go in the third quarter. 36-31. The Bears are up by 1 as the outlet pass goes into Pusic. Pusic across the timeline. Gives over, and it's stolen away as she went to Robinson, who threw it back away, and then the Kings lose it back, and then Lexine Bolano knocks it. I believe it came off of her out of bounds at midcourt. It did, so it'll be the Kings ball in on the far side at center stripe. Going into backcourt is the inbounds pass to A.J. Dela Cruz. Coming off the bench to go in soon, it will be Skylar Hickok for the Bears as A.J. gives over to Huffine. Right hand baseline to Brittany Slick, puts it up, a whistle and a foul, and that's going to go against Georgia Robinson. Georgia gets foul number 3 now. And going to the line will be Brittany Slick. Slick is 2 for 3. Now she's 3 for 4. That one's up and it's in and good. And it's a 36-32 4-point game as we have all kinds of substitution. Georgia Robinson coming out. Cassie Jeanich coming out. Coming in is, well, let's see who did come in. It looks like Bethesda and Skylar Hickok back in. Back to the line. Slick puts another one up. It's in and good. And she is now 4 for 5. And it's a 36-33 3-point game. And they continue to put the press on as Huffines down there, but quickly breaking it is going to be the Bears as Balovich goes over on the right side. Nice pass over to Skylar Hickok on the right side baseline. Skylar puts it up. Shot misses, going after the rebound, and the foul is going to go against Skylar Hickok, and she's going to come up with her second. That's 17 fouls here in the second half for the Bears. Only 3 for the Kings as the Kings go to the line. They trail by 3. It'll be Hannah Maxwell to shoot for Kayhi. Hannah's 2 for 2. This one's up. She misses. She's actually 2 for 4. She was 2 for 3 before. And the rebound goes back over to the Bears, who almost throw it away on the far side. Recover it nicely, beat Balovich, and now we've got Hannah. I think she got bumped. They're calling a quick timeout. Now it'll be Sarah McLennan to come in for Hannah Maxwell, who comes over to the bench. Also coming out is Brittany Slick, going in is Peyton Simmons. No, Maddie Rose. Simmons was already in. Maddie's in now. Balovich with the inbound pass to Alexine Bolano behind the timeline. We're at the 27-second mark of the third period. 36-33, Bears lead. They pass over in the left corner. A long pass to Magna Bethesda. She can't shoot it. Goes back out to Balovich. Balovich has A.J. Dela Cruz defending. Then she gets it away to Alexine Bolano. Alexine gets around Maddie Rose. Drives down, lays it up left side. It's in and it's good. Basket counts. Whistle and a foul. Alexine has 13 points. 6 here in the third period. It's 38-33. She gives the 5-point lead back to the Bears with 11 seconds left. Now Sadie Tuckwood will come in, the freshman for the Bears. Coming out for the Kings is going to be, let's see, that's Sarah McLennan. Coming back in is Brittany Slick. At the line is Alexine Bolano with a 3-point attempt. Puts it up, shot misses. So Alexine is now 5 for 6 at the free throw line. 8 seconds left on the clock. 38-30, a 5-point lead. It'll be Kings ball in, near side back court. Inbounds pass to A.J. Dela Cruz. Lets it bounce a couple times as she slows it down. Going to use the clock up, get to the buzzer. Looks up, now drives the lane. She's going to go all the way down the middle and put it up. It's in and good. What a nice move by A.J. Dela Cruz at the buzzer to make it a 38-35 3-point lead by the Lady Bears, and Dela Cruz came up with 6 points in the third period. She has 13 in the game. We'll take a 1-minute timeout, and we'll be back. It's the Bears 38, the Kings 35. And welcome back for the final quarter as we have a tight game here, and who's going to go to the championship game and get a day off tomorrow, and who's going to play against the Lady Falcons from Thunder Mountain. It's 38-35 as we're into the fourth quarter, and it'll be the Kings to start off the period number 4, and they lose the ball straight away. Magna Bethesda down to Alexine Bolano. Nice pass, fast break. Alexine gets 2. She's now got 15 points in the ball game, and it's 40-35. Welcome aboard, Ryan Houlihan.
Hey, Mike. It's a pleasure to be here.
Good deal. I'm glad you showed up early. You get to watch the end of an exciting ladies game before we go into boys action as the Kings come down, shoot it up left side. And the shot misses. Rebound cleared off by Magna Bethesda. She'll give it off to Buolano. Buolano timeline over to Bethesda. Georgia Robinson all alone on the baseline. Puts it up. Rolls across the rim. Won't go. Missed the bunny. Jump ball. Tying it up is Magna Bethesda and Maddie Rose, I believe, over there. So the alternate possession in this half will give it to whom? Let's see who's going to go take it in. As coming over is going to be Morgan Balovich to sit down for the Bears. Neither team is sure who gets it. It's going to be the Bears are going to get it. So Alexine Buolano will throw it in. 45 seconds gone in the fourth period. 40-35. The Bears up by 5. Maddie Rose coming out now for the Kings, and coming in is Hannah Maxwell. Lexine looking for somebody open. The clock's ticking away. She finally goes over on the far side to Magna Bethesda, and she goes right underneath. And a nice move by Cassie Genich. And Cassie puts it up, and Cassie gets her 8th point of the game and makes it 42-35, a 7-point lead. Biggest lead so far in the game by the Bears has been 8. We were tied once at 26. A.J. Dela Cruz left side for the Kings. Gets in the paint, jumps it up from 12 from the left side, won't go. Rebound cleared off by Georgia Robinson. Outlet to Magna Bethesda. Down there's Hannah Maxwell and Brittany Slick to defend. Finally, they get it away to Buolano. She's going to go down, bounce pass underneath the Genich. That repeat of the last play didn't work. Knocked away, a whistle on a foul, and I think it's going to go up against the Kings, and I'm going to guess Hannah Maxwell. Yep, Hannah Maxwell gets the whistle and the foul. That's her 3rd. 17 fouls for the Bears in this half. That's the 5th one for the Kings. Bears go to the line. Up, in, and nothing but net from the free throw stripe by Cassie Genich, who is now 5 for 9 at the free throw line. Next one's up, and she's 6 for 10, and it's 44-35, a 9-point lead. That now becomes the biggest lead of the game. Here comes A.J. Dela Cruz for the Lady Kings. You're listening over 800 KINY, 103.5 on the FM dial. It is 5 minutes past the 8 o'clock hour, Alaska time, here in the capital city of Juneau, as we have a whistle and a foul. It's going to go against Georgia Robinson on the Crimson Bears. Georgia comes up with foul number 4, and going to the line will be the Kings. Brittany Slick shooting free throws. Up, in, and that one is good. And Brittany now has 5 for 6. Sets for a second. Coming in for the Bears is Shaylin Caesar. Going to sit down is Georgia Robinson. Back to the free throw line with Slick. Up, in, and that one's good. She's a great shot from the charity stripe. And she's now 6 for 8. And it's 44-37 to cut the lead, or the deficit for the Kings to the 7. The lead for the Bears, whichever side you want to look at it. Magna Bethesda back over to Buolano on the right side. She goes off to Pusic. Pusic, far right side. Off to Shaylin Caesar. Back out to Buolano. Right side. Oh, nice move by Pusic as she comes down and drives the lane, puts it up, won't go. Rebound cleared off on the left side by Genich. And Cassie has, just like that, 6 points in the fourth quarter. It's 46-37. That 9-point lead is back. Hannah Maxwell back out to AJ. Up from 3, right side won't go. Cleared off by Little Miss Alexine Buolano, who gets in among those taller gals and does a great job on the defensive board. She's going to bring it down and throws it away on the left side. No, saved. Thrown back in, but it is turned over by the Bears. She almost saved it out of bounds. Pusic did, but it's going to be Huffine. It's going to come all the way down, coast to coast. Lays it up left side, won't go. Cassie Genich gets a rebound and a jump ball between two numbers 21. Cassie Genich in the white and Huffine in the left. Alternate possession will give it over to the Lady Kings. It'll be A.J. Dela Cruz to throw it in for the Kings under the coaching of Kelly Smith. Goes into Kyra Welker. Back out, Slick from 3 on the right side, won't go. Rebound cleared off by Hickok. Gives out now to Balovich, who coming down. Balovich is being defended by Slick. She throws it back to Magna Bethesda. They're not going to get it across the timeline. It's knocked away, stolen by the Kings, or did they go out of bounds on the far side? Delton Cummins right over there. He's going to say that Brittany Slick trying to recover that ball did go out of bounds, so that turns it back over to the Bears. And it'll be Morgan Balovich to bring it in when we come back after the 6-second timeout with 5:07 to go in the ball game. It's 46-37, 9-point lead by the Bears. We'll be back in 1 minute. Always actually give it back to me after this, please. And welcome back, and we want to remind you folks that are here from out of town, Ketchikan, Sitka, and some of those larger areas that are served by Alaska Marine Lines, Southeast Mattress Gallery here in town over in Lemon Creek, across from Costco, next to Southeast Furniture, and also now next to Southeast Superfoods. 3 stores in a row over there. Can offer you from Southeast Mattress Gallery, if you go in and ask for details while you're shopping in town, have a look at their wonderful inventory of Beauty Rest, Platinum, the new Silver, and a whole bunch of other inventory, are great quality bedding, and you can get free shipping to your outlying area in Southeast Alaska. Stop in to Southeast Mattress Gallery. They're open 7 days a week. You can shop there till 6 o'clock this coming Sunday if you're in town. Line out your choice and make your purchase, and they'll ship it, and it'll come home behind you. Back in action for the 4th quarter. It'll be the Bears to bring the ball in. Over on the right side, Hickok. Underneath to Cassie. Jeanich puts it up, and Cassie is hotter than a pistol here in quarter number 4. And 2 more points go in her column. She now has 8 in the 4th quarter, and it's 48-37. The Bears are back with a 9-point lead. They defend as Huffine has it. Left side goes to Maxwell. Maxwell down on the baseline, inside the paint, gives it to Kyra Welker. Shoots it up from 12. Left-hand shot, no good. Rebound cleared off by Boalano. Boalano trips up on the left side, or the right side. Depends on which way you're going. The way she was going, it was her right. And the foul is going to go against the Kings, against Ashley Huffine. And that's going to be 4 on her. So we have 4 fouls on Kyra Welker, 4 fouls on Ashley Huffine, 3 on Brittany Slick and Maddie Rose, and 3 on Hannah Maxwell. The Bears have Georgia Robinson with 4, and other than that, nobody has more than 2 as the Bears get the ball in. 4:24 to go. They have a 9-point lead. It'll be Morgan Balovich, midcourt, now comes over to the left side to Alexine Boalano. Gets double teamed. She's tied up by Slick and by A.J. Delacruz. By golly, she finally gets it away to Pusic. Nice hook pass by Alexine Boalano. Pusic goes over to the right side. Nobody was over there. Now she gets it back as she had passed it away. Back to Boalano. Again, she's double teamed by Slick and by A.J. Delacruz. The 2 of them are on her. Now Hannah Maxwell is there. And Hannah gets a whistle in the foul. Now Hannah has 4, so that's 3 Kings with 4 fouls. 3:58 to go in the ball game. 48-37. Bears with a 9-point lead. Loser of this will play Thunder Mountain tomorrow morning at 11:30. Winner gets the day off and plays in the championship on Friday night. Going to the line, Alexine Boalano. Alexine is 5 for 7. And this one's up, and she's 5 for 8 as it misses. Back we go the other way as the Kings get the rebound. They'll bring it down to Brittany Slick. Slick over to Kyra Welker. Near side, she goes to Huffine. Huffine back out. Peyton Simmons, right-hand high post, can't shoot. Back to Huffine, up for 3. It's good. Ashley Huffine gets her first field goal, no, her second. She had a 2-pointer in the second period. Now has a total of 6. Timeout on the floor. It's called by the Kings. And it'll be a 1-minute break with 3:41 to go. It's 48-40. Bears up by 8. Back of 60.
2-4-1. Raise your hand and smile. $161. 173-9241.
Well, Ryan, you're going to join us for the end of this and the rest and all of the next.
Yes, correct. It looks like I stepped into a pretty close game here coming down to the wire.
Well, you did. It's an 8-point lead, but you know, the Kings never gave up. They got back and tied it, but they just can't seem to break that 7 or 8 point spread. And right now it'll be the Bears ball in backcourt as it goes to Pusic at midcourt, over on the far side to Robinson. Robinson's going to get tied up by Slick. Yep, they did call a jump ball. I wondered if they would. Other than that, it was going to be a foul against Brittany. So a nice handle. She gets one hand on the ball just long enough to draw the whistle for a jump, and the alternate possession gives it over to the Bears at midcourt. It'll be Morgan Balovich to inbound it for JDHF. Goes in behind the timeline to Pusic, who drives around Hannah Maxwell on the far side, then goes over to Georgia Robinson. Back out to Balovich towards midcourt. Right side comes over to the left. Bounce pass back to Pusic. Now a nice little bounce pass back into Robinson, back out to Balovich. So they just worked that triangle over there, using up some clock as we near the 3-minute mark. And Coach Smith is letting them know, you got to stop the clock. Somebody better foul her and not have it be too intentional. And are we going to have a jump ball, or did we have a whistle for the foul? I'm not sure which. It's going to be a foul against the Kings, and I couldn't see which numbers he flashed off up here. Number 15, that's going to be Maddie Rose, and Maddie Rose now has her 4th. That's 4 of the Kings with 4 fouls. Maddie Rose, Ashley Huffine, Maxwell, and Kyra Welker. Now Hannah Maxwell will come out for the Kings. Let's see if I can pick up who went in as we go to the free throw line. And it's Morgan Balovich there for the Bears. Long arching shot, misses as where's Balovich? She's 1 for 3, and then the Kings get the rebound. They come down, but the Bears steal it away, and then the Kings knock it out of bounds. Coming up with it on a quick steal over there was Alexine Boalano. Kayhi reached in behind her. Now let's see, Hannah Maxwell coming back in, Maddie Rose coming back in, coming out Peyton Simmons. We have pretty quick substitutions here. I don't always pick them all up. It'll be Morgan Balovich to inbound it for the Bears if she can find somebody open. Counting off the time, she does go into Georgia Robinson. Back to Balovich. Top of the key, now to Alexine Boalano. 2:46 to go in the ball game. Megan Bethisia on the far side. Gives it off to Balovich. Back out to Robinson midcourt. Long pass, left-hand corner, Jedic. Back out, tipped away behind the timeline. And we're going to have another jump ball as Georgia Robinson picks it up. It was knocked away. Maddie Rose very quickly comes across. She grabs the ball, ties up Robinson. We have a jump ball, and we got a timeout on the floor, or are we just going to inbound it? Yep, it's going to be the Kayhi Kings ball in. It'll be Brittany Slick. Lady walks by with 2 trays of frosting-covered muffins right in front of her. She stopped for a second to have a look at them, then inbounds it to AJ Dela Cruz. No, she didn't really. AJ goes to Slick, top of the key. Drives down the left side, holds it up, back out to Peyton Simmons. 2:21 to go. Simmons bounce pass, right-hand corner, up from 3 by Huffine, won't go. Kyra Welker on, gets the rebound, turnaround jumper from the left side, won't go. A conversion attempt by Huffine, that one won't go. And Kyra Welker might have got a whistle, and if she did, no, she's going to the line. And that's going to go Alexine Boalano. She's got 3 now, and Kyra Welker gets to go shoot one. Kyra has not scored yet in this ball game. I think last night she was the second high scorer. She had 13 points, if I'm not mistaken. And this one's up, and it's good, and Kyra gets to the scorebook as she's 1 for 1. If I can find the score sheet. Yep, Kyra did have 13 last night. This one's up, left-hand shooter. She goes 1 for 2. And the rebound's cleared off by the Bears, but a whistle and a foul. And that's going to go against Kyra. That's going to be it for her. So she fouls out with 2 minutes and 6 seconds left. And she goes 1 for 2 at the line for the only point for her of the ball game. So coming in for her will be, A.J. Dela Cruz is coming back in. Peyton Simmons is coming in as well. So I think everybody on the Kayhi bench has played. Simmons, Walker, McClellan. Emmy Smith was in. I don't know if Emmy played. I don't think she did. And I don't even see her down there, actually. So we're going back to the free throw line, and it will be number 20, Caitlin Pusic. It's 48-41, a 7-point lead as Pusic puts it up, and that one's in and good. She gets her first score of the fourth quarter and her 13th point of the ball game. And she is now 7 for 8. Next one's up, drops through, and that one's good. So she has 14, and she's 8 for 9. And it's a 50-41 9-point lead with exactly 2 minutes on the clock. Back over we go to Huffine. Huffine to Brittany Slick as the Kings have the ball. Over in the right side to Maddie Rose, drives the baseline. Balovich all over, and Alexine Bolado steals it away. Alexine comes down, and coming up from behind her, reaching in is Maddie Rose, and then that causes Alexine to travel with it. So the Bears turn it over, and it'll be the Kings ball in. Coming back in is going to be Hannah Maxwell. Going out is Maddie Rose. Inbounds pass will be Huffine. She'll go into A.J. Dela Cruz, 1:44. It looks dubious that the Kings will be able to take this one, and if they end up losing it, it'll be 4 games out of 4 that the Bears have won over the Kings this season. A.J. shoots up a long 3 from the left side. Won't go, follows through, gets her own rebound. In the paint, puts it up. And a whistle and a foul against the Bears. Georgia Robinson. And that'll be Georgia's 5th foul, so she's going to foul out with 1:31 left. And Georgia goes out scoreless. She gets a nice round of applause, though, from her Crimson Bear fans as A.J. Dela Cruz will go to the free throw line. A.J. is 1 for 2 at the stripe. This will be her 14th point if she makes it. Now coming in off of the Bears bench is number 23, Magna Bethesda, back in again as Georgia goes to sit down after her 5th foul. A.J. Dela Cruz, left-hand shooters at the stripe. Pushes off, that one's up and it's in, and it's good. She's now 2 for 3 and will shoot for her 4th. It's 50-42. They just cannot get past that 8-point spread here in the 4th quarter. 1.5 minutes to go. It looks like the Kings will be playing the Thunder Mountain Falcons tomorrow morning at 11:30. Next one's up, it's in and good by A.J., and she gets a pair here in the 4th quarter, gives her 15 points, and it's 50-43 and a timeout on the floor. We'll take a break in the action with 1:32 left to go. It's going to be a 60. It's 50-43. The Crimson Bears on their own court, ahead by 7, back in 1 minute. Back for the final 1.5 minutes of this ball game. 50-43, Bears lead. Bears have the ball in backcourt. Alexine Borlano gets the inbound pass, comes across the timeline, triple teamed, throws it over to Morgan Balovich, loses it between her legs, picked up by the Kings, and then they give it away and they travel with it. Having it on the ground was Hannah Maxwell. She tried to pass it off to Peyton Simmons, but she was on the ground, spun around, and Delton Cummins was there to call a travel. Frustrating call for the Kings. They trail 50-43, and there's 1:15 left. They turn it over to the Bears. Bears on their own end of the court, near side. Morgan Balovich inbounds it right smack into the hands of Brittany Slick. A big turnover. Brittany's going to come all the way down. I think she's going to go all the way down right side. Oh, and then she gives it underneath. Maddie Rose in and puts it up and good. Maddie Rose gets her first 2 of the ball game, and it's 50-45. 1 minute left. This 5 points could go away real fast with the ability that Kayhi has. If they can put a press on, which they've done and cause some turnovers, and they can shoot three. Brittany gets a whistle and a foul, number 4 for the Kings, and that's Brittany's 4th foul. 10 team fouls on the board in this half for each team. Going to the line will be Caitlin Pusic. Caitlin Pusic, a sophomore for the Bears, is 8 for 8 from the free throw line. And how about 8 for 9 if she misses that one? That's for her second. Unofficially, it's under a minute to go. That's official. This one's up and it won't go. She misses a pair, so she's 8 for 11. And scuffling for the rebound are going to be the Kings. It's going to be Hannah Maxwell. But Hannah was out of bounds when she reached over for it. Tried to tip it back in, so it'll be Alexine Bolano to throw it in for the Crimson Bears under their own bucket. 54 seconds on the clock. Long pass out to Caitlin Pusic. Way outside the three-point circle on the left side. Back over now to Alexine Bolano, who comes out to give her some relief. Alexine almost loses it. Nice recovery. Comes back over to Balovic. Back over to Pusic. Pusic holds it up. She's got Brittany Slick. No, Brittany. Yeah, Brittany is there. Gets it back away to Lexine. Over to Hickok. Far side to Pusic. Back out over on the right side as she gives it over to Caesar. Caesar back to Caitlin. Back to Balovic at midcourt. And AJ De La Cruz gets a foul. Kelly Smith is not happy about something down here. He's the head coach for the Kings. He's talking over to Kurt Burchell, Phillipsburg official, one of the three here. Dennis Philandri also there, and Delton Cummins. And Cummins has the ball as Morgan Balovic goes to the line, and AJ De La Cruz gets her second foul. Balovic, right-handed shooter. She has a big high arch on her free throws, and it works for her about 70% of the time. And Balovic is now 1 for 2 at the stripe. Actually, she's 2 for 3. 51-45, back with that 6-point lead and 22 seconds left to go. Balovic, another high archer. It's going to come off the back of the rim. She misses that one. And it'll be the rebound cleared off by the Kings. Hannah Maxwell is going to come down alongside Caitlin Pusic defending, and Hannah gets tied up by Alexine Bolano. We have another jump ball. That's probably the most jump balls I've seen in a game for a long time. That's about 7 or 8 in this ball game. 12 seconds left on the clock. So the Bears will go have the day off, and they'll play Friday night here against the winner of tomorrow morning's game between Thunder Mountain and Kayhi, if the Kings don't pull off a win here. 11 seconds, 10, and I don't think they will, as the Bears bring it to Balovic. Balovic over to Pusic. Pusic will either be fouled by Huffine or by Brittany Slick. See who they call it on. Yep, so Brittany gets the whistle and a foul, and that'll be her 5th, and so she's going to foul out with 9 seconds left. And a total of 12 points for her. She was 6 or 7 at the free throw line. And going back to the line will be Caitlin Pusic. Pusic is 10 for 11 or something like that. Next one's up, she misses that. So she's missed 3 in a row after scoring 8 in a row in the previous quarters of this ball game. 9 seconds left, a 6-point lead. Pusic can make it a 7, and she does. So on the last 2 trips, she goes 1 for 4, gives herself a total of 7. I put that on the wrong 4. Long pass, 2 seconds left. Rebound, jump ball do we have? Or there's the buzzer. They're not going to make any kind of call. Our final score, the Crimson Bears going into the championship game 52 over a hard-fought game by the Kayhi Kings, who lose it with a final score of 52-45. We'll take a 2-minute break, tally up our scores, then we're going to take about 15 in between, and we'll come back with boys action coming your way, folks. Don't go away. It'll be the Kayhi Kings from the boys in Ketchikan going against the Thunder Mountain Falcons, who beat the Bears last night. Back in 2 minutes. Try that if you want to tally them up.